And thank you for joining us tonight on Graps TV and the Sicko Show. I'm your host, the Matty Man. Tonight we're going to do an AEW Live Collision watch along tonight on that rare Thursday night. Hope everybody's having a good time tonight. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If you live near water, send a message in a bottle. We take them all in here. Pause. Anyway, though, Collision going to be starting here in just a couple of minutes. Of course, they are emanating from the same spot in New Mexico that we had last night. So let's see what kind of crowd we get tonight. With AEW Collision, they've got sort of a packed lineup here. There's a lot going on here. We're going to have most everybody on there that we're used to seeing on Collision. Where's my Collision card at? There it is. Oh, my goodness. There it is. So we're going to have Mercedes Moné versus Rena Isis. And we're going to have Kyle Fletcher versus Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal going to be lacing them up tonight. And Tony Schiavone is loading up the show tonight. Looks like we're going to have that little broadcast spot there. And, yeah, we're going to have a contract signing or two. Paragon is going to be in there against the grizzled young veterans. And we're going to have Commander and Speedball Mike Bailey versus Rush Indralistico. And then we're going to have our Lucha match tonight from CMLL. They are not going to be showing that on Ring of Honor tomorrow, or it should have been tonight, but you get where I'm going with that. And right now, Adam Cole making his way out to the ring right now. I'm presuming to do commentary for the Paragon. We all like it when Adam Cole does commentary. I think he's got a future in that whenever he retires from wrestling. Let's see what Adam's got for us here, besides his boom. Hope everybody's having a good night. We're almost to 10 viewers. Right now they're pitching Anarchy in the Arena. I think it might be this is going to be a wait and see type thing for me. We're definitely doing our live watch along for Double or Nothing, so to speak. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. If they don't bring it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it for real. Card's not looking as steady as I thought it would. It doesn't look as good as the one I watched last year. Double or Nothing will be my first official anniversary with AEW. That would be the first pay-per-view I watched last year. And I'm kind of excited about it. I hope it delivers. I really do. But I do think that every time we talk about stuff like that, we're like, oh, this card doesn't look good, this card doesn't look that, this card did this, that, and the third. The card delivers. So that's why I'm not saying, hey, it looks like a weak card. Because there's no such thing as a weak card with Tony Khan. Tony can make weak look strong. I knew there'd be a tag team. I thought this might be the contract signing right here. Fitter making their way out to the ring right now with Big Stoke. Little Stoke, really, but Big Stoke. Don't want to make anybody mad tonight. If you missed it last night, you really missed a hell of a promo. So let's see what comes together with this show. Pause. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. We got 12 viewers. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for showing up tonight. I know it's an odd night. You're not used to seeing me, but, you know, hey, here I am. So let's do the damn thing. What do you say? So, yeah, we got Fitter and Stokely making his way to the ring right now. And I'm presuming Daniel Garcia and, oh, Lord, Daddy Magic and Nigel McGuinness will make their way to the ring shortly thereafter. Either that or less, maybe they're doing it separate. I don't know. To avoid physicality. Some decorum, please. I tell you what, we make a lot of noise about JR, and we should, because JR is an icon and a treasure. And I will always say that from here on out. JR is the voice of my youth. and the voice of all wrestling that I saw from AWA all the way up to AEW. But I'm saying right now, when Tony Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness, yeah, and all I got to say is I hope this works. I really do. I'm not going to pray for the downfall of it at all. But if this doesn't work, if this does not get Daniel Garcia over, can we please stop trying? Can we please? I mean, it's not too much to ask. It really isn't. It's not too much to ask. It's actually realistic to ask as such. It really is. Let's see here. Ooh. Now we're going to get a Cash Wheeler promo. This crowd is just as bad as it was yesterday. At least they're booing the right people. I get it. I get that part of it. At least they're booing the right people. We got 16 viewers in the house. Thank you. We're almost to 20. Oh boy. The aided. Oh Lord. Cash, you sure you want to keep doing this promo? Arizona Iced Tea saves the day every day. Oh Lord. That I do good you do. Wow. Three big words. Good Lord. Oh Lord. All right. Um, it's going to be a fight. Yeah, I knew that one was coming. Not for nothing here, Daniel, but not for nothing. I don't think Nigel McGuinness needs a pep talk from Daniel Garcia, but that's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. We got 20 viewers in the house. Yeah, he worked Brian Danielson. We know he still got it, Daniel. Thank you, man. Oh, Lord. Oh. Are these your word on your daughter? I don't think y'all picked up on that one. I picked up on that one pretty quick. I don't think they picked up on that. I really don't. My daughter. Oh, Lordy. What's up, man? Ace Austin? Yeah, I heard about that. I still don't understand the significance of it, buddy, but I'm going to dig into it. I've been on the phone all day. I really have. I've been on the phone all day, and I heard about it. It was posted towards me. Thanks, Catherine. Catherine sent me a tweet about it or a DM about it, and I'm like, I still don't get it, but I will take a look at it and see what we come up with. But yeah, from what I understand for TNA faithfuls, that's a bad thing. That is honestly all I know at this point. If this were personal, he would have. Okay, got you. Good God Almighty. Now, Hangman and Will Ospreay catching a 25 or 20 or 25-minute promo is totally cool. This bullshit, no thank you. That's kind of how I feel about the whole damn thing. So, he's not taking a new contract. Does that mean that he's probably WWE bound or what? I mean, that's the part. I haven't done enough research to know anything about it though. I'm honest about that. if that's the case, if he's going to dump on them, I mean, or go to another promotion just because he can, I mean, I wasn't surprised about it once I thought about it. I am surprised they're letting this one go that long because this don't carry that. This is not that. And there's nothing you can do for this to make it that. That's that's the big piece of it. Okay, yeah, this is not that. I mean, I could see giving Will Ospreay and Hangman 20, 25 minutes. I saw it. Once I thought about it, I saw it. You're not going to convince me that this is even close to that. And they got 16 minutes of the damn show. And I know Tony's probably feeling a certain kind of way about the crowd from last night. I would have felt a certain kind of way about that crowd. That crowd sucked. But that don't mean you got to do this. So, oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, there you go. So, I mean, if he's getting the push and getting the best look he's going to get, maybe they think they got something from the kid from North. Maybe they think they got something with him. Maybe they think they got something with him. I know they got him cheap. I ain't going to lie. I know they got him cheap. The kid from North, his name escapes me right now. He's the North champion, but he's also working TNA. I know they got him cheap, and I know they got Man Like DeReese. I remember him. I know they got Man Like DeReese for on the cheap, too. I know he didn't come with no 6, 7 figure price tag. I mean, they probably cracked him in for a little over a 6 figure price tag. They got them cheap. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't bank on what I've got or what I'm getting. I'd bank on what I got. Slater's the guy's name. I know they got Slater cheap, and I know they got DeReese cheap. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If somebody been around that long, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's something backstage. Maybe he's like that other cat for that showed his ass on GCW. Maybe he just don't like WWE enough that he's like, all right, if this is y'all's partnership, I'm outie. See ya. You know. I mean, that's the only thing I can see at that point. Yeah, that would be perfectly fine. But yeah, Pico, PCO, whatever it was, I mean, I can understand not liking WWE, but I really cannot understand. I just can't understand that aspect of it at all. I mean, there's things about WWE I don't like, but the Outrunners making their way to the ring right now. Looks like we're going to have our first trios match here. Looks like we're getting a lot of trios and a lot of tag teams tonight, too. That was rough to get through right there. I've been to colonoscopies that were easier to get through than that shit. But maybe in a way I don't blame Tony. Yeah, I mean, if I got a problem with somebody, I just don't talk. You know, I just leave them alone, leave them be. If we're gonna work it out, we're gonna work it out. They'll come to me, you know, and stuff like that. That's how I am about things. We got almost got 30 viewers in the house tonight, but yeah, no, I don't understand not signing the contract because wherever he goes, they're not going to respect him the way they would have in TNA. That much I do know. I don't know much, but I know that. But yeah, if they're planning on trying to get television rights and things like that, they can't keep doing it with the geriatric squad. You got to start building new stars and you got to start building young stars, and that's something that a lot of promotions don't do very well. They want you to be out on the indies for 3,000 damn years. And then when they finally get in, when you finally get into one of these promotions, your lifespan's like 3, 4 years. and then the rest of it they want you to be a role player. That don't work for me. That don't work for me at all. That just doesn't work very well at all. But people keep doing it that way, so what do I know? All right, we got all three of them in the ring now. Y'all know Takeshita ain't gonna get showed up twice in a row, and he damn sure ain't gonna get showed up by this squad. So we got the three amigos all at one time. I like the Outrunners. Don't get me wrong. I love them to death. They're one of my favorite tag teams, and I actually know who they are. I knew who they were when they got there. Uh-oh. Going to picture in picture. But yeah, I knew who they were when they got there. I appreciate them and all that, but we need to make room for the younger stuff. They need a lot of younger talent. I don't have Impact on. I don't have access to it yet. One of these days I'm going to get access to it, and I'll start doing some watch-alongs for it on Thursday nights and stuff. Not every Thursday night, but once, twice a month. Because I think it will be fun. I'd like to interact with some regular TNA fans on a regular basis, because TNA is real too. I mean, that's just who they are. So, let's see what we got here. And of course, work ain't gonna let me go anytime soon tonight, which I'm fine with that too. They pay the bills and they do quite well. Ooh, okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, Worksness. I know the apps are cheap, and I've gotten rid of a couple of them so far. That's where I'm thinking I'm going to budget that in, and that's where I think it's going to wind up falling in place. But it's probably going to be during the summertime when I'm picking up RevPro, and I'm letting a couple of other ones go. I was going to pick up MLW, but MLW won't pick up their phone, so I'm not picking up them. Hey, we just hit 30 people. Thank you very much, guys. Because I know it's a Thursday night, and I know this is like a total rareness around here, but yeah. I'd like to do more shows. I just want to have something I can be passionate about, and it ain't WWE. There's nothing wrong with the show. It's just I'm not passionate about it. If I can't be passionate about it, I don't want actual WWE fans to come in here and see somebody sour and bitter about something, because that ain't how I roll. That ain't going to happen. So, I mean, it just is what it is on that. But, yeah, no, I've thought about doing some TNA stuff. I will still actually cover PLEs, because I think the PLEs are kind of entertaining to an extent. Especially when you don't watch it on a regular basis. They're very entertaining. So... boy, we having crazy, crazy storms out there tonight. I done seen reconnecting like 3 times. I wonder how many span streams I got out now. That'd be crazy. Let's see here. Yep, there we go. There's one. I don't care though. We'll leave them up. And they're back. Oh my goodness, they're back. They'll be going to Phoenix, Arizona. All the way to Tacoma and Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. Northern California, where the girls are warm. Uh-oh. Up. And Romero going across, yeah. Beretta. All right, Takeshita. I don't think they're going to let him clown Takeshita 2 matches in a row. All right. Yeah, that... I will try to be there for that one because it's Saturday. On Saturday. I will try to be there for that one. I'll let you know in advance if I can pull up for it. Because work this week, aside from these 2 shows I'm doing, which accounts for 4 hours of my week, Literally by the end of the week, at the rate I'm going right now, I'll have 75 hours in just. No, I'm sorry, 75, 95 hours. I meant to say 95. I'll have 95 hours in on the job this week. I will have put in a total of about 400 hours this month by the time the month is over with. Mixed gender apron. At least they're still going with the mixed gender tag matches too. I didn't think WWE would let them do that, but then when I think about it, WWE does mixed gender tag matches. They don't do mixed gender single matches. If you try to do a mixed gender single match, they probably lose your shit. Oh, RPG Vice. That would be Miami Vice, but it bombed. Am I kidding? Uh oh. Say goodnight. Oh, say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, with his last ditch effort. Yes, that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't mind catching highlights of that stuff. There, Turbo Floyd going against everybody. Takeshita can get him a basic scoop slam too. This is double elbow. Say goodnight. Surely to goodness they're not going to clown Takeshita 2 matches in a row. Surely to goodness this ain't going to happen. Oh! Lance Archer down there interjecting himself into the match. Say goodnight to everything right there. That was an easy 3 count. Don Callis family picking up the victory tonight. This crowd is still fucked. That's all there is to it. That's all I got to say about it. But at least they know when to boo and who to boo. So at least this crowd is slightly more intelligent than the crowd yesterday. Yeah, Takeshita, that's what I was saying. I was hoping they wouldn't clown him 2 nights in a row. They clowned him one night. I didn't know that they'd clown him 2 nights in a row. But, shout out to Takeshita for taking it. I mean, it is what it is, pause. Yeah, shout out to Takeshita. There's a lot of stars that wouldn't do that. But Takeshita's still putting people over. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I love it. Now we're going to get a Gabe Kidd package. I would really have liked to have seen Gabe Kidd be part of Anarchy in the Arena, but I'm guessing that's some New Japan thing where they'll let him show up, but they won't let him be in the bigger matches. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't disagree with that. I know it's got to be that. It's got to be that because I would have loved if Gabe Kidd would have taken this thing up another level. Mercedes Moné making her way to the ring right now. So this is an actual title match. I'm really starting to feel like she could win that Owen Hart Cup. I mean, I know everybody's still calling for Jamie Hayter and all that, but I think Jamie Hayter's going to have an awful lot. I mean, it's one of those things where I really believe Jamie Hayter's going to have to step up to the plate to get this win. I think the win is going to come down to what happens in the ring. I don't believe this one's a predetermined outcome. I believe right now I think the outcome is for Jamie Hayter to win. But if she goes in and doesn't step up, I would not be surprised to see an audible called. I would not be surprised on that one. And of course, what my dream was, which would have made really cool ass sense for Mercedes, is to still run it with Athena for the TBS title. But however, win the Owen Hart. So she'd actually wrestle two title matches in one night. That was my hope. That if you know that would be that. But yeah, I mean, if I got a feeling that match is game time. I got a feeling that match is actually at somewhere in the period of the match where Tony's going to communicate to the referee, all right, so-and-so's going over. Let them know. So-and-so's going over, pass the word. I would not be shocked if that happened mid-match. I would not. I want Athena and Monet at All In, but I want Athena and Monet at All In with Monet dumping the title to her. Then that being the motivator, because now she Monet two belts to go at Tony Storm with that. All right, I'm losing my shit. That I would like to see that story unfold. I would like to see her win Owen Hart, be all excited about this world title match, and then somehow Athena create the TBS title match in the middle of all that, take the TBS title off of her, and then that creates a different level of motivation for the Tony Storm match. And I would not mind Tony Storm going over. I would not. I would pull the trigger on that too. I would like to create a desperation because right now you got her like everything, everybody says everything's handed to her. Okay, let's do that. Let's go with that. Everything's handed to her, then everything's taken away. Create that desperation. That's where I would be going with that. Well, I tell you what, Mercedes working a hostile crowd right now. This crowd is downright hostile to her. It's possible. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Uh-oh. Toma, this match changed pretty damn quick. Borders Brawl. I might have to check that out. I might try to catch that. Oh. Uh-oh, swing and a miss. That one didn't miss. Big leg drop off of the center rope. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh. But not enough for three. Not enough to hold Mercedes down. A confirmed match between Nick Nemeth and Santino Marella. How long has it been since Santino wrestled? It's out of curiosity. I'm not downing him. I'm not clowning him either because, hey, it's been a minute since Santino wrestled, if I'm not mistaken. And I never knew why he quit wrestling anyway. The rest of them went on and had careers. I mean, even Hornswoggle's got a hell of a career right now on the indies. I'm just kind of curious as to why he stopped. Hurricanrana. Meteor right into the corner here. Another one. I know he can wrestle. I've seen him actually wrestle. I've seen him work. That's why I didn't understand. I mean, like even Hornswoggle's got a damn career, and I'm just like, if Hornswoggle could find a career, what's your excuse? Yeah. Oh, backstabber. Not enough for three, though. I mean, Mercedes got that crowd back there near at the end. I was like, man, because that crowd was being ass there for a little while, and then you start hearing CEO chants. And here comes Haterade herself, Jamie Hayter, making her way out to the nice wave. And here come the officials to separate them from a fight that hasn't quite taken place yet and probably wouldn't take place. But I think if you're 2020, yeah, that's I was gonna say it's been a minute since I've seen him work. But if Mercedes were to lose that match, on Sunday, it still wouldn't hurt her. All right, they're taking a commercial break. We're gonna take it right with them here. I'll be back in roughly 60 seconds. Just hang tight. We'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. It took me a minute to get the mic back up. We got a side promo from Dustin. But yeah, I mean, if Mercedes is going to lose a match this year, this would be the one she could lose that actually would not hurt her. I don't think it would hurt her in the least bit. I think it would be okay, and I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for Tony to pull the trigger. But, like I said, I really believe that one's going to come down to 10 minutes into the match where Tony makes a call and says he can go with her or can't go with her. I think that's how it's going to be determined. I really think that's the one match tomorrow night that's definitely going to be there. We're over 40 viewers right now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. And here comes the proto-star himself, Kyle Fletcher, making his way to the ring. I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited about this match. I am. I'm just not excited about it in the way everybody else thinks I am. But yeah, I mean, this match right here was one of them that I signed up for because I don't think Black Machismo has a lot left in the tank. I could be wrong about that. I could be, but Jay Lethal, it seems to me like he's only got a handful of matches left. Maybe 10, maybe 20 tops. And the fact that he's given us one tonight on Collision with Kyle Fletcher and helping Kyle Fletcher out. Because this right here will do nothing but boost Kyle Fletcher's persona, his heel persona, especially if he works it right. If he gets Jay Lethal into a compromised position and works it really well, I got to say this can do nothing but good things for the heel persona of it. Tell you what, pollen's a real thing, guys. So I'm kind of curious as to how Ring of Honor is going to look tomorrow when they run the show. I might actually sit down and watch it just to see how it's going to come out, because it's like, real quick, Harley Cameron flash there for I Drink. Kyle and Jay, let's get it on. Nothing like an out of nowhere promo for Harley Cameron too. That was interesting. Uh-oh. Crowd likes Jay Lethal for this. Like I said, this match could do nothing but good things for Kyle Fletcher, because this crowd is absolutely idiotic, but at least they know who to cheer for when they like them. So at least it's not dead like it was last night. But this can do nothing but good things for Kyle Fletcher. I'm glad to see this match. When I saw this one hit the card, I'm like, all right. Oh, hello. Lulled him to sleep there for a minute. Yes, very enjoyable. And like I said, he probably don't have 20 more good matches left in him. And the fact that he's given one to Kyle Fletcher says a lot about Kyle Fletcher. It really does. I've been a Kyle Fletcher fan since... Well, to be honest with you guys, like I said, Double or Nothing this Sunday is my 1-year anniversary, fully immersed into AEW analytically and as a fan. But the first time I saw Kyle Fletcher, I said, this guy's got it. I don't know how to get it out of him, pause, but if necessary, but he's got it. And once again, I said Harley Cameron had it, and everybody laughed at me last year. I made Harley Cameron my breakout. I made her my breakout wrestler, and people were like literally clowning me in the DMs, like, "What are you talking about? That's stupid." No, Harley Cameron's got it. Kyle Fletcher's got it. Let's see where we're at here. You know, they've got it. They've got it. Let's see here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta help out a buddy of mine, 'cause that's what we do around here. There we go. Let's see, old Hayesville. Got notes. Let's see here. There we go. So, but yeah, you know, very much so, a very enjoyable veteran, and somebody who actually understands ring psychology from the old school way of doing things. Suicide Dive, Kyle Fletcher, meet announce desk. Oh, walked right into that super kick. That looked painful to me just watching it. Oh my goodness, we got 43 viewers in the house. Thank you very much, guys. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Salute, Jokey Jokes. What's up, buddy? And, yeah, they're going to picture-in-picture here on me. I did not even notice that. Oops, snuck one in on me. Jokey Jokes, what's up, buddy? Good Lord. I might have to meet the new Volvo EX90. That's not a bad looking vehicle. Nah, it's an electric car. I ain't got time for that. Where I live, nah, that ain't gonna work. All right. Kyle seems to be taking it to Jay Lethal. And, of course, we got that Trios CMLL match coming here. What's up, Deb? You made it, buddy. What's up, guys? Top tier guy, Jokey. All right. He's all right with you. He's all right with me. You don't know Nato Jacobs? I don't know Nato Jacobs. That's just how it works, you know? What's up, Deb? What's up? What's up? We're knee-deep in Collision right now. And watching old Kyle Fletcher and Jay Lethal trade wrestling moves. But this is one of those matches that when Tony books it, you're like, what in the world's going on? There is no downside to this match. Because I don't see Kyle Fletcher losing it. And plus, Jay Lethal will get Kyle Fletcher over. Jay Lethal can get a broomstick over. He'll get Kyle Fletcher over like Rover, as they say. So. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, we're kicking around, though, man. Kicking around. And just a reminder too, by the way, Covalent TV is going to be doing a live review after Double or Nothing, but it is going to be significantly after Double or Nothing. It will not be within 15 minutes to 20 minutes of the show closing, because Mr. Starks himself is going to be in the media scrum. I am very envious of that, and one of these days hope to aspire to that, but it may happen, it may not happen. If it does, great. If it don't, I will live. But yeah, he's going to be in a media scrum, so after the media scrum goes off, you might as well sit down and watch it, because Covalent TV is not going to kick off until after that. Good news is, Monday in the States, yes, Ball Graps is usually the best graps, but in the States, Monday is a holiday. It is Memorial Day. And so I still have to be at work. I don't know. It ain't a holiday for me, but it's a holiday for everybody else. I could be wrong. My boss hadn't let me know yet whether it's a holiday or not. I kind of hope it's a holiday, because I'd like to get down to the beach. But then again, I wouldn't like to not get down to the beach, because everybody else wants to get down to the beach. And here we go with that Fig Fool. Catches him in a roll-up. Not enough for three, though. Lethal kicking out. No showing off here this time. Uh-oh. Oh, big kick to the head. Uh-oh. Back to that knee again. Oh, dragon screw. And Lethal still has the cardio, because we're deep into this match now. We are 3 miles out into the ocean at this point. He's going for the lethal injection. Got caught halfway through it. Turned into a roll-up and turned it into the figure four. Oh, Lordy. Fletcher is very far away from any ropes. Not enough for three on that. That's what I'm thinking, too. It's going to be a holiday for everybody, so I don't mind if I'm running late that night. But, yeah, definitely. We may even cover the press scrum. I promise you. If I can figure out a way to cover the press scrum, I will be there for the press scrum, too. Unfortunately, since Triller bitched out like a cheap bitch, we're going to have to figure out a new provider here. And I'm trying to decide whether I want it to be Amazon or payperview.com or YouTube or something like that. And they say YouTube's gone in 48 hours, so I don't know. That's perfectly fine, Catherine. There is no late around here. You made it, and that's what matters. You know, there is no late around here. As long as you show up, I'm good with it. So we got the whole crowd in. The gang is all here. Jay Lethal has Noah's autograph. That's how old he is. I think he's got Moses' autograph too. Jay Lethal's been wrestling since, that I know of, since 98, 99, I think was the first time I saw him. 97, somewhere between 97 and 99 in some little dinky promotion. And then he was at Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor's not, I never considered Ring of Honor a dinky promotion. But yeah, he's only 40. Oh my God, he was wrestling back then, I swear. But I want to say I saw him in the late 90s, somewhere in that range. Before he got to TNA and before Ring of Honor, because we didn't get... Fuego, what's up? Look out. Fletcher getting a burst of speed here. What is up, Fuego? Yeah, it does. It feels like to me he's been around a lot longer than that. Sheesh. If that's 40, that's an old 40 right there. Because I cannot imagine me being damn near 15 years older than he. 2004, I could have swore I saw him in the 90s. I could have sworn I saw him in the 90s. I'm not making that up. Maybe I'm thinking about Rocky King, and he just reminds me of Rocky King. Because Rocky King, on the other hand, I damn sure know that because he was Ric Flair's favorite enhancement talent. What up, Fuego? Glad to have you, Bubba. We're getting in here today. We got the whole crowd in. Adam Cole about to get involved in this match. You know, Adam, I know this is going to come as a shock to you, but you can leave that title belt back there. Here comes Paragon. That's how we're going to get him to the ring in a hot style. But I don't know if anybody's told Adam Cole this or not, but you can go up to the ring to fight and leave the title down at the table. All right, so Paragon versus the Grizzled Young Vets coming up next. Looks like they're going to do a commercial break, though. If they do, we're going to take it with them. Not even joking. Yep, they're getting ready to do one. We're going to take it with them. I'll be right back in about 60 seconds. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Took me a minute to catch up there. Internet is kind of flaky tonight for me, too. Adam Cole on commentary again. We're getting ready for the tag team Grizzled Young Vets versus Paragon. Paragon. Looks like that's what they're getting ready to do here. Paragon. Grizzled Young Vets, by the way, that's a team that I've been solely interested in for quite a while. I would like to see them in the main title picture here at some point in time. They've already proven they can carry multiple titles. And yeah, for New Japan, I think they've carried some for MLW. I know they carried some for a little promotion not too long ago. So, I mean, they have definitely shown they can carry tag team gold, but we'll be happy to take a look at this one. This would be a hell of a tryout for them for the main roster of AEW. I'm hoping that Tony Khan sees the value in them, because this is the kind of crew you want to start building around for tag teams and so on and so forth. So, definitely like that. Let's see here. See here, give me about 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let's see here, give me 2 seconds. Let's see there. Yeah, that's another one too. I hope they stick too. I mean, they were not exactly. Yeah, he didn't use them before, and that's what I'm saying. They are a good tag team. I've been thoroughly impressed with them everywhere I've seen them. After seeing them on the New Japan show over here in the States, I mean, it was just absolutely perfect. I don't see a problem with this crew. We're at 50 viewers too, by the way. Thank you. That's pretty good for a Thursday night and nobody knows I'm here. Because I usually don't work 2 nights in a row. But, if they keep doing something like this right here, I would appreciate it, because having my weekend off is even better. Trust me. I'll do a Wednesday, Thursday stream for that. Not a sweat. Look out, incoming. They are having the countdown show. I will not be able to cover the countdown show. I would like to, but the reality of it is I do have a prior engagement that is a little bit important. It really is. It's a little bit important. It's important for the show. It's important for me. It's important for everything. I did not realize this was going on like it was going on, so I put off what I got to do for that much. But yeah, this is... Oh! They are just that good. I would like to see them work the Hurt Syndicate. I really would. Especially when they keep showing off like this. I'd like to see them work the Hurt Syndicate at least a match. Now, if you'd have had Grizzled Young Vets and the Hurt Syndicate in Double or Nothing, I think the stock would go up pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Love Dustin Rhodes. Love Sammy Guevara. These two guys, much better card. Not ashamed of that, not even a little bit. Yep, they're going to picture-in-picture right there. Not a sweat. There we go. And, of course, talking shit hasn't worked out yet. So, all right, let me check one thing here, because I am still technically at work. This is how I got to do this show tonight, because this caught me by surprise, because I was not paying... Uh-oh. What in the world? That's, oh my lord, which one did I submit? Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. I probably goofed somewhere. That ain't it. What happened to it? Okay, there it is. Okay, I do have it. I was about to panic there for a minute. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I am still at work. I'm trying to do two things at one time. I apologize for that. But like I said, it's the handoff that we make in life. Because quite frankly, I love my job. I'm good at my job. My job loves me. They give me benefits. They do all kinds of cool stuff for me that they don't have to do. Yeah, so I am definitely down with doing the best job I can for them, and that means I have to pull night shifts on a regular basis. I'm good with that. I do it. I definitely do it. Let's see what we got here. Everything's in. Alrighty, that was fun. There we go. That was a little panic I didn't need. But it gets your heart rate going pretty well. I definitely do, and I've said this probably 10,000 times. I'll say it 10,000 more. I definitely want to see Grizzled Young Vets in the main tag title picture. These guys are better than Ring of Honor, and it just is what it is, and I stand on that. I do coordination for, and I used to do bank draw inspections. So like when you take a loan out on a house, and they're back live here, you take a loan out on a house to build a house, there is someone who comes and does progress checks for the bank to make sure that everybody's on the up and up, and to make sure that the work they're funding is actually done. And that's what I did. Now I coordinate and support 125 people that do that, and I support 17 banks and so on and so forth, and make sure that everybody gets the money they need and your house stays on time for being built, things like that right there. And I'm really good at it. It's something I'm pretty vital to what goes on behind the scenes. I'm just good at it. And so my people are out until dark, so I support them until they're in the house. And if they have problems getting stuff submitted, I help them submit it and do things like that. Plus I do liaison work between builders, borrowers, banks, and inspectors. I wear about 60 hats in this job. It's never the same job twice. My day looks absolutely different Monday through Sunday. And most of my inspectors work 7 days a week, so I work 7 days a week. Which is why I'm kind of hoping we get Memorial Day off, because I would like to get out more often. So, but, you know, it's not bad. It's just been busy here lately, and then we like busy because busy means better pay. So, but no, my boss is absolutely super, easy to work for. He understands me, I understand him, everything works well. I got his back, he's got my back. If I run into a problem, I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a problem. He's like, here you go. And he solves it. Not enough for, well, it was enough for 3, but Kyle O'Reilly breaking that up. But yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. I've seen 12 states. I've seen close to 340 counties. I've seen the East Coast from Miami, Florida, all the way up to Maryland. I have seen the mountain range from the beginning to the end of the Appalachian Trail. It's Appalachian, not Appalachian. Please don't do that. But I have been from one end of the Appalachian Trail to the other. I have seen approximately 212 lakes. And I have visited 13,000 properties in the last 10 years. I have visited 13,000 plus properties in the last 10 years. So I have seen a lot. I have been a lot of places. I have seen a lot of places. And so when I wanted to break in to be a manager, they're like, how do you know how to take bumps? I'm picked up on the win. That wasn't a bad match right there. But I have literally gone through 3 floors of housing and stood up to talk about it. We're some tough old dudes, trust me. So, Paragon picking up the win over Grizzled Young Vets, so hopefully Grizzled Young Vets gets to stay. I don't like the idea. I would have liked the idea if Grizzled Young Vets had won over Paragon. I would have liked to have seen that win, but I understand where we're going with this. I would have liked to have seen Shelton Benjamin, pick up some stuff. There's lots of it. I mean, there's a couple of the new guys come in, picked up some losses. They're fine. So, but yeah, that's what I do for a living outside of this. This pays a little bit of the bills, but that pays all the bills. And we're talking about the Beach Break Street Fight from last week with our guys, Gates of Agony, one of my favorite tag teams. Bishop Khan follows me, friend of the show. We're going to be doing a live interview with Bishop Khan down here in the next month or so. I've just got to work out all the logistics. I'm going to have Bishop Khan in there. Going to try to get Riho on board now. Now that she's got a title, maybe we know where she's going to stay. I kind of backed off when I thought she was heading straight to WWE, but apparently that is not so, at least for another year. So we're going to pull off another interview, and we're going to get that one with Riho coming in the summer at some point in time. So it is what it is. We got Josh Alexander making his way to the ring right now, and I missed the match card on this one. I saw it now. Oh, he's wrestling AR Fox. That's who it was. So Josh Alexander and AR Fox is going to be an interesting match here based on the styles. So let's see if AR Fox can work a Josh Alexander match, because Josh don't need to work an AR Fox match. That's a fact. Again. Oh. I wouldn't be surprised. I just want to see if he can work it. I want to see if he can work it, because this is not a traditional. Obviously, Josh Alexander's ground and pound. He's not a high flyer. I mean, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the same match you would get out of Will Ospreay. All right, so there's an announced match right there. Paragon versus the Callis family. So they are making matches. They're still making matches. So Double or Nothing could get bigger. Uh-oh. Swing and a miss on AR Fox's part. And amazingly enough, I got an entire thing taken care of just during that commercial break. So I'm efficient too. They like that part. Reminds me, I gotta go in there and clear this. So I'm guessing that's going to be on Double or Nothing 0 hour, which, to be honest with you, it wouldn't be a bad match if you. I'm not going to get into it anymore. And there's some people that like Daniel Garcia. I'm not one of them. But I mean, it would be nice to have the Garcia FTR match on 0 hour and put this one in its place on actual Double or Nothing. That would definitely spice up the card a little bit. But it's going to be crazy if the 0 hour matches are better than some of the matches on the card. AR Fox trying to get his wits about him. This match was over with long before it started. This match was totally over long before it started. Uh-oh. Cutter. Another cutter. Oh, big flying body press. I don't know if he's going to eat 10 German suplexes at this point. I don't know if he's going to eat 10 German suplexes at this rate right here. I think Josh probably going to have to put it away here in just a minute. Let's see what we got here. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Oh, one cutter too many. There's one German suplex. There it is, C4. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. I think this would have made a great collision match. I don't. Now, if you got a match like this right here, why would this not be on the main card? Don Callis family versus. I mean, Paragon. Granted, Paragon's not the be all end all of tag team wrestling, but so maybe they are on the main show. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is just out of left field for me. They're taking a commercial break. We're going to take it with them. I'll be right back, literally in about 60 seconds. It won't be that long this time. And I'm back. They're still running commercials, but I'm back. Yeah, I like the odd routine booked match. But yeah, the random matches, I said when the show came on, I don't know if you were here or not, Reese, I couldn't remember or not, but Tony Khan is giving this crowd back what he gave them yesterday. The crowd was not that good. Crowd was absolutely, in fact, I would go as far as to say the crowd was absolutely horrible. And when I looked at this card, for tonight based on what I had, I sent one of our buddies a DM, and I said, you know what, this card looks like Tony Khan said, well, if that's the way you're going to treat my top tier talent last night, fuck you, you're getting what I give you. And that's exactly what I said, and it's what I told everybody all day. When I was asked about the card, I was asked by 3 different people what I thought about the card tonight. I said, yeah, and yeah, I mean, the way the crowd treated him last night, I think this is him saying that this is what you're going to give me, this is what I'm going to give you. So, we are getting the CMLL Trios match on Collision and not on Ring of Honor. I don't know if this crowd's going to know how to handle this. I really don't. I don't know if this crowd's going to be able to handle this match. They are kind of stepping up a little bit tonight, but that crowd last night was just, there's no other way to say it. That crowd last night was total ass. You know, it was absolute total ass. And I think Tony Khan just looked at that last night and said, okay, I was going to give y'all something to build the card with. I'm going to get my card builds in, which I think that the Paragon Don Callis family thing is kind of out of left field. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that I don't think it's a good call. And if it winds up being a 0-hour match and the Garcia match winds up being on the main card, which it is, they've listed it. If they've got the Garcia match on the main card, and then they've got this match on 0-hour, I mean, this is. I agree with what Daryl said last night, Mr. Starks. I agree with what he said. This is going to be. There's going to be a lot of prove it matches on here. Yeah. Now I know that we've seen some cards. Yeah, they could have helped it, but they didn't. And the thing about it is, I know we've seen some cards come out for AEW, and you looked at them and you go, I'm not 100% sure about this, but they delivered. The cards actually delivered, and you know it's gotten to the point where you say, I don't know if I'm going to doubt Tony Khan, but on this card right here, this is not the same Double or Nothing card I watched a year ago. That Double or Nothing card a year ago, even though a lot of people were not high on it, and I know this because I went in and watched the reviews of it, and I'm like, are you serious? I love this thing. But this card this year, I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be a prove it type moment. I think this is going to be a prove it. I think most of the matches, I'm going to say 80% of the matches for me are going to be a prove it moment. You're going to have to prove it to me. This one, and now that they've added this Paragon and Callis family match, now I'm definitely in prove it territory. I was trying to defend it. I was trying to say, you know, hey, let's just wait and see, because in reality of everything, you know, it's like every time we say it looks like it isn't going to be a good card, it delivers. This one does not look like it's going to be a strong card, and I'm worried that it might not deliver. I'm really worried about that. I'm on record. The matches tonight, I'm definitely on record with people that matter by saying that I think this was just a Tony Khan saying, you know, if this is what you're going to give me, this is what I'm going to give you. Energy for energy. So I get this. I get this Collision card tonight. I understand why it is what it is. But now that they've added another match to Double or Nothing, like right out of the blue, and considering I already have my damn poster made too, so now I'm going to have to modify that too. Yeah, this is really going to be a prove it. This is the first card that that I'm definitely on board with the what I consider top experts, and they're all saying prove it. I'm saying prove it too, because you know this card right here has got to kind of got me baffled. But then again, after Revolution this year, I'm concerned as to whether All In will top Revolution. I am really seriously concerned with All In topping Revolution. Now that everybody's starting to see the light on the Death Riders and they've gotten over their hate of the Death Riders, I'm really concerned as to whether All In will actually top Revolution. I think Tony Khan stacked Revolution so seriously heavy to compete with WrestleMania. I think he, as Mr. Starks would say, tricked himself out of his position on that one. I gotta say that I think Tony might have actually tricked himself out of position. This card right here might be a setup to kind of cover that. That's the only other thing I'm coming with on this pause, is that there's a possibility that at this point in time there's an extreme possibility that Tony Khan might, you know, they say they might be doing certain things on purpose. This might be an on purpose kind of moment here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And oh my God, poor Reese had to see Ass by Elegance. I just caught a clip of that. Somebody sent me a clip of that ass run in. Oh my God, man, it's just like double whammy for you tonight, buddy. Good Lord. Yeah, the crowd has absolutely no clue how to deal with this match. The crowd has zero clue how to deal with this match. They're like, should we cheer? We definitely got a Fed Walker crowd in the building. We've definitely got another Fed Walker crowd in the building. Tony read it right. In a way, I felt kind of sorry for the crowd tonight because they had to pay for the sins of the crowd last night. Yeah, they're basically paying for the sins of the crowd last night, but yeah, they don't even get the lucha match. I mean, they kind of got a little bit, but I think they were doing the thing for Mercedes where she actually won them over close to the end, and you had some CEO chants, but man, they were booing like hell for everything. And at least they knew when to boo FTR. I will give them that much. I'll get that far with it. And I guess they're probably booing FTR because they probably still remember them from WWE too. So, I mean, you don't know if that boo was because they were heels or that boo was because you used to be in WWE and now you're down here. Boo. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, poor Reese is subjecting himself to this and an Ass by Elegance run in. I am so sorry for you, brother. So sorry. But you know they're going to keep those titles for damn. You know. Like somebody at TNA is going, oh, everybody hates them. We should belt them up. I am still trying to get over the fact that Jay Lethal is only 40 years old. And like, I was out of high school before he got to the third fucking grade. That's scary. Good Lord. What in the world? HBO this summer. HBO Max coming back. Yeah, they got a lot of melee going on in the ring right now. That's a fact. And of course, what we see on picture in picture here. Uh-oh. Swing and a miss. Mystico back in. Nobody figures out who tagged who, and okay, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Dana Brooke. I was trying to be a fan of Dana Brooke. I was trying to I was trying to be along for the rehab project because that's basically what she is a rehab project. But they're back. And near the end of her NXT run, because that's where they dumped her, I kind of felt like she was putting the effort in to be a better wrestler and so on and so forth. So I was trying to be there for the rehab project, but man, no. And I don't have buttons for that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is right now. And all three of the Luchas. All right, the crowd figured that part out. Let's give it up for the crowd. They finally figured out a match. But even now, they don't have the whole crowd. They have very few of the Hispanics in there. There's like a third of the crowd that gets it. This does not need to be a 20-minute match. I'm just going to leave that right where it's at. This does not need to be a 20-minute match. And the good news is Collision has survived the 90-minute mark. I'm sorry, I had to give him a hard time for that, man. It's like Saturday we were sitting there watching and it flipped over to Black Adam and I'm like, wow. That's the show. Yeah, I mean, but then again, here you go, Reese. This is what happens when you let your fan base slip. I'm just going to be honest with you, dead ass honest with you on that one. Your fan base slipped. I noticed a couple of times that I did watch TNA, and to be flat honest with you, that one back in November there that they did at WrestleCade, myself, Catherine, Mr. Starks, his videographer. I mean, we were all sitting there watching that thing, and dude, literally, I shit you not. There might have been 500 people in there. Might have been. Doubtful. To be honest with you, and Catherine, you back me up on this, there were not a lot of people in there for that show. There just wasn't there. And the ones they had were an independent crowd, and it was kind of hard to keep them. So, I mean, the crowd was mainly there for a lot of the independents and so on and so forth there too. So, I mean, TNA's let its crowd slip. That's what it is let their fan base slip. Shooting Star Press. And picking up the 3 count there. Yep, we're right there with 20 minutes to go in the show. This is about where I thought it should land. In the back of my mind, because this crowd obviously doesn't get it. Like a third of them understand what the hell they're watching. But then again, it's Tony just saying, hey, and I don't think Tony's coming back to New Mexico. I can talk. I don't think Tony's coming back to New Mexico anytime soon. And we got a Harley Cameron and a Jay repeat here. All right, and apparently we are getting Harley Cameron and a booty versus the Mega System Penelope Ford Sunday on 0 Hour. For the buy-in, Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, and a J. Harley Cameron. That one's already on the poster, so I don't have to worry about it. But they're in the buy-in show. Whew. They're going through the double or nothing matchups here so far. This one, that's the only match I'm really seriously intrigued about at this point is Mina Shirakawa and Tony Booty, because that one has actual implications. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm here for the Will Ospreay Hangman match. Little bit for Mercedes Jamie Hayter. The women's title match so far is about the most intriguing thing I've seen so far. I mean, Mark Briscoe's going to put on a good match with Ricochet. We know that's going to happen. You know, and Anarchy in the Arena is going to be Anarchy in the Arena. There's no Darby Allin there. I agree. Darby Allin is usually that. Well, I mean, I like to believe that that part of it is the looks. Don't get me wrong, but you know, Megan Bayne ain't exactly a mutt in this thing either. So, Speedball Mike Bailey and Commander versus Rushin Dralistico is our main event. They're definitely going to be taking a commercial break because I just got the light for it. We'll be right back in 60 seconds, I promise. And I'm back. There we go. So we're going to finish off with tag teams. A lot of tag team wrestling tonight, too, man. This has been crazy. This has been a little bit of a crazier night than I expected. here. I got to run one more scan real quick here. Give me a second, guys, before this match gets underway. Go. Yeah, we're good. There we go. Here comes Roosh. All right, let's go in there, just going ahead and dropping it like it's hot. And yeah, Reese, they are. That's what they're doing with it. I don't know if we're going to get a Bret Hart moment yet or not. If there's a potential, that'd be the match, though. That would be the one. The good news is tomorrow is Friday. Oh. Yeah, Speedball and Commander are getting their asses handed to them right about now. But you kind of expect that out of a Roosh match. You do. He's got an eye drink in his hand. Are you not entertained? Yeah, I think Speedball and Commander are definitely questioning life decisions right about now. Well, we know the crowd knows who Speedball is. Like I said, the countdown show that's coming on after this, we are probably not going to be covering, and that's not intentional. I just didn't know it was happening. I was expecting it on Saturday night, but you know, it is what it is, what it is, what it is. But this whole card's been off from day one, so I mean, it wasn't shocking on it or anything like that. But yeah, they're definitely going to have to prove this card to me. I'm of that opinion now. I haven't watched this one out and haven't watched everything else out. The one thing whoo, that was close. There we go. It's almost 2 times. I thought the white ropes were supposed to help. Nope, 3rd time is not the charm. Both of them do the Joe walk away. And it looks like they're going to picture in picture on this. We got about 10 minutes left of this show. Kind of tells me we're not going to get an overrun tonight, so we got roughly about 10 minutes left of this show. And before that happens, since they are running some commercial breaks at this point in time, I just wanted to say, guys, thanks for joining us today. We got 52 viewers in the house. And for a Thursday night show and kind of a off night show, so to speak, that's really not bad. And considering TNA is going on as well, yeah, that too. But I just want y'all to know, as always, as I always say, you are the stars. I am the conduit here. And we have as good a time as we can have what we got. We work with what we got and everything, so on and so forth. But as always, thank you guys for being here tonight. Because when it gets close to the end, everybody's going to want to be jumping on to the countdown show. And I've got to be rolling right at 10 o'clock. And, yeah, it is what it is on some of these things here. But like I said, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We're not going anywhere for at least 9 more minutes on that, so to speak. But, yeah, unlike Speedball Mike Bailey, who probably cannot remember his name right now, we're definitely going to be live for All In. Not All In, Double or Nothing. And if everything works out all right, I might jump over on Reese's show on Saturday. Not sure yet. Depends on how the workload looks. If the workload looks pretty good and I'm not worried about it, Reese, I will definitely join you on Saturday. Other than that, the next time you'll see me on here is going to be for Double or Nothing on Sunday night. And like I said, since they've got a buy-in going on here now, since we've definitely got buy-ins to cover, we'll probably be around 6 o'clock Eastern to make sure we cover all the buy-ins and so on and so forth. And then be ready at 8 p.m. for the main show. So join us on Sunday. There'll definitely be a lot of media out about that. I'll make sure to get all that out probably tomorrow afternoon and everything so everybody will know. But, yeah, so far tonight has been exactly what I expected it to be. Is an answer from Tony to the fans, and I hope they got the message. If they didn't get the message, we will happily send it back to them. If we ever come back to New Mexico again, I don't see that as a possibility. I just don't see it. That doesn't mean that it won't happen. It just means that I don't see it unless their crowds get better. But yeah, so far tonight, we've had a pretty good time here. We've had a couple of new matches announced and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, we've gotten a little bit of progress here on some stuff. That's as far as I can defend what I'm seeing so far. The rest of this is going to have to be a prove it. You're going to have to prove to me that this is going to work. Yeah, this is how this is going to have to go. And they're back. See, the thing about it is, Rush and Dralistico have handled this entire match here. Now, let's see how things start playing out. Commander missed 3 spots in a row, so everybody's off. I mean, that's the best part of it I can figure out here. Uh-oh, swing and a miss all the way across the board. All right, we're good to go here now. Can Commander get Speedball Mike Bailey in the ring? There we go. Speedball with a hot tag. Say goodnight, Gracie. Not enough for 3, though. Well, at least, like I said, at least they know who Speedball Mike Bailey is. Say goodnight, Gracie. Dralistico with the big time connect. Exchanging elbows. I don't know if this is the smartest thing Mike Bailey's done in his tenure here. Swing and a miss. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, there's only so much of that you can take. I don't care how excited you are and so on and so forth. There's only so much of that you can do. Messing with the bull and getting the Hearns. And it's going to be a... Oh, fake out. Now Roosh is just showing off here. Speedball down there counting teeth. Say goodnight, Drillistico. Good Lord, I think he kicked his brains out. Whoa, there we go. Now Commander got his groove back. That got the crowd into it. There we go. The crowd finally getting into this match just like they did last night with like 2 or 3 minutes to go. Stereo shooting star presses. And not enough for 3 on either one. Stereo shooting star presses, though. Very nice. Very nice. Finally getting to "This is awesome" chant. Not enough. Well, it was enough for 3. Roosh breaking up the pin. And rightfully so on that one. Oh, there's a dental plant. Not enough for 3, though. Commander kicking out the last possible second. Uh-oh, Roosh missing a charge. Poison Rana from Commander. Time to go home. And that's good enough for the 3 right there. Speedball and Commander picking up the win. And like I said, it does look like this is going to be the end of the show here because they're definitely kicking over to like immediately because apparently there's some broadcast issues here again. Countdown to Double or Nothing's kicking off here. But here comes the Rainmaker to make his presence felt. Kazuchika Okada making his way down for the stare down. Yes, he does. Let's see if it happens up here too. Yep, it's happening across the board. Speedball making Okada look like a clown and holding up the title. That tells us how this is going to fly tomorrow. Transmission issues happening right now. Oops. But, ladies and gentlemen, this will actually end the show now. I see the credits cutting across here and everything else. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, odd night, Thursday night. Not used to doing them back to back like that, but here we did. We did it. We got through it. Everything else. So we're definitely going to be back on Sunday by myself. Like I said, I might be on Saturday with Reese, depending on how work works out. But for the moment, until Sunday kicks around, I just want to say good night. God bless and good night, America, wherever you are. We'll see you definitely on Sunday.